The air outside the ballroom feels cold against my skin. I step into the hallway, heels clicking too loudly on marble floors. My pulse hammers, echoing in my ears like distant drums. Behind me, laughter and music spill from the double doors. I breathe, slow and shaky, but the anger burns hotter. 6 years of sacrifice, erased in one elegant announcement. Footsteps follow. Lena, my mother's voice, soft and polished as ever. She appears beside me, perfect hair, calm smile, no guilt. Sweetheart, where are you going? You haven't hugged your sister. I turn to her. The house, I whisper, barely holding my voice steady. You gave them the house I paid for. She waves a manicured hand, dismissing my words like dust. Oh, darling, don't start this now. It's your sister's wedding. Her tone is light, practiced, the voice of social grace. You have your lovely little cottage in the mountains, she adds. They'll need more space, for children. My jaw tightens. It's not about space, it's about respect, about fairness. Her smile falters for half a second. Then she recovers, the mask sliding back into place. You've always been so serious, Lena. Always so responsible. The word lands like an insult disguised as praise. I remember every call for help, every late payment I covered. The nights working overtime while they slept peacefully. The vacations canceled, the small dreams postponed. Also, they could keep that house. The one now gifted to my sister, like a toy, wrapped in ribbon. Mom, I say, I paid for that home, I saved it. She sighs, a sound full of condescension. Don't be dramatic. We would have paid you back eventually. The lie is sharp, clean, well-rehearsed. I laugh, though it hurts to hear the sound. Eventually, I repeat. You had savings, you just didn't tell me. Her eyes flicker, just for a second. Then my father arrives, bow tie crooked, face red from wine. What's going on here? He asks. I turn to him, fire in my chest. You gave them the house, the one I paid for. He adjusts his tie, voice steady. Your sister needs it more than you do. You're successful, you'll manage. There it is, the family mantra. I'm the one who manages. The one who fixes. The one who never asks. The one who gets nothing. I take a step back, the floor tilting beneath my heels. You didn't even tell me, I say. You made me look like a fool. My mother's voice turns sharp. Don't make a scene, Lena. This is your sister's big day. My husband, Noah, appears at the edge of the corridor. One look and he knows. He doesn't need words to understand the betrayal. We're leaving, I say quietly. Lena, my mother starts, but I've already turned away. Noah's hand rests on my back, steady, warm, real. Behind us, applause erupts again, muffled by heavy doors. The music swells. Their laughter chases us down the hall. I don't look back. There's nothing left to see. 3 weeks later, the mountains are quiet again. Snow melts along the cabin roof, dripping steady and slow. I sip coffee, watching steam curl into the morning air. The doorbell camera pings on my phone. 2 figures stand at the gate, flanked by 4 suitcases. My parents. My chest tightens, the mug trembling slightly in my hand. They wave at the camera like tourists arriving for a holiday. I open the door. Mom, Dad, what are you doing here? My mother smiles, too wide, too cheerful. We're moving in, darling, just for a while. The words hang in the air like frost. You're what? I ask, voice barely steady. We sold the house to your sister, remember? She says lightly. So we need somewhere to stay. My father drags 2 suitcases inside before I can answer. The wheels leave muddy streaks on the wood floor. Don't worry, he says. We'll stay out of your way. I blink, stunned. This is my home, I manage. You can't just move in. My mother looks around, admiring the cabin's wooden beams. So cozy, so much space for just you and Noah. Her hand gestures toward the living room, claiming it already. Family takes care of family, sweetheart. That phrase again. The same one they used when they needed money. When they needed a savior. I exhale slowly, feeling the pressure build behind my ribs. I need to show you something, I say. They follow me down the hall, still talking over each other. In my office, I open the metal drawer. Paper rustles like dry leaves as I pull out 6 years of records. I spread them across the desk, neat rows of sacrifice. Every payment, I say quietly, every check I wrote. My father squints at the numbers. My mother frowns, still pretending confusion. Oh, Lena, that was just temporary help, she says. We would have paid you back when things got better. I tap the folder she doesn't want to see. Then, why did you hide $40,000 in your savings? The silence that follows is sharp enough to cut. My father's face turns red, his voice rising. You had no right to look at our accounts. No right, I echo. You used my money to save your house. My words hit like stones. Years of swallowed anger finally finding air. My mother stiffens, her smile cracking. Don't raise your voice. You're being disrespectful. I laugh once, dry and bitter. Disrespectful is giving away what isn't yours. They stare at me, unprepared for the version of me that says no. You're not moving in, I say. Not today, not ever. My father shakes his head. You'll regret this. Maybe, I answer, but I'll regret silence more. They gather their suitcases, eyes cold. When the door closes behind them, the air feels lighter. I stand there, hands trembling, chest burning. For the first time, the cabin feels truly mine. Outside, the snow begins to fall again, slow and quiet. Each flake lands like a promise I intend to keep. The alarm wakes me before dawn. A shrill, pulsing sound slicing through the cabin's calm. My phone lights up with a security alert. Backdoor breach detected. My stomach drops. Noah sits up beside me, already reaching for his phone. I rush downstairs, heart hammering. The door hangs open, lock splintered. Cold air floods the kitchen. And then I see them. My parents, standing in the living room, coats still on. Mom's hair perfect as always, Dad holding a duffel bag. Lena, she says, voice trembling with fake innocence. What are you doing here? I whisper. We used our key, Dad says. We didn't want to wake you. I stare at them, stunned. You broke in, I manage, voice shaking. Mom crosses her arms. Don't be ridiculous. We're your parents, we belong here. My fingers tight around the phone. I hit dial. 911, what's your emergency? My parents broke into my house, I say. I need officers sent now. Mom's eyes widen, shock flashing into anger. You called the police on us. You left us no choice, I reply. Within minutes, flashing lights paint the snow blue and red. 2 officers step inside, hands resting near their belts. One turns to me. Ma'am, are these the intruders? They're my parents. I answer, but they don't live here. Mom starts crying instantly, dramatic and loud. We had nowhere to go, she sobs. She abandoned us. The officer looks between us, uncertain. Dad adds, we just wanted to talk, we're family. Family doesn't break locks, I say quietly. The younger officer asks, do you want to press charges? Mom freezes, tears stopping like a faucet turned off. She glares at me. You wouldn't dare. I meet her eyes. I would. I show the officers my property records, the mortgage in my name. Dad tries to speak, but his voice falters. She's twisting everything, Mom says. No, I answer. I'm finally untwisting it. The officers escort them outside, their bags trailing behind. Mom looks over her shoulder. You'll regret this, Lena. Her voice shakes with fury and humiliation. I don't respond. I just close the door when they're gone. The silence that follows feels heavy, final. Noah wraps an arm around me. I didn't realize I was shaking until he holds me still. They'll hate me for this, I whisper. He says softly, maybe, but they can't hurt you anymore. Through the window, police lights fade into the trees. The cold seeps in, but my chest feels warm with defiance. I change every lock before sunrise. Each click of the wrench feels like reclaiming a piece of myself. For years, I thought loyalty meant obedience. Tonight, I learned loyalty can also mean letting go. The cabin stands quiet again, mine in every way that matters. Outside, the world begins to thaw. Inside, so do I. 3 days later, my phone won't stop buzzing. Dozens of messages, screenshots, comments. My mother has gone public. A Facebook post filled with lies and filtered tears. Our daughter has turned her back on us, it reads. After all we've done, she called the police on her own parents. Hundreds of reactions follow. Praying hands. Crying emojis. Words like heartless, ungrateful, selfish. I scroll in silence, heart pounding but steady. The world always believed her first. That's her talent, twisting stories until she shines as the victim. Noah stands beside me, watching the comments pile up. You can ignore it, he says gently. I've ignored enough, I answer. That night, I open my laptop. The cursor BL. The email from my lawyer arrives just after sunrise. Subject line: urgent, fraudulent refinance attempt. My pulse quickens as I read the words. My parents submitted new mortgage documents for my sister's house. They listed my payments as gifts. The betrayal feels endless. I call Julia, my attorney, before finishing my coffee. They're trying to steal again, I say. Her voice stays calm but sharp. We'll stop it. Gather every receipt, every message. By noon, my office floor is covered in paper. 6 years of proof, stacked like quiet fury. At 3, the phone rings again. They've been summoned for mediation, Julia says. Be ready, they won't come to apologize. 2 days later, I sit across from them at a long oak table. The air smells of leather and tension. Mom's pearls shine under the fluorescent light. Dad won't meet my eyes. Their lawyer whispers, voice low and frantic. Julia clicks through slides, bank transfers, messages, receipts. Ms. Carter, she says evenly, you owe my client $93,000. Plus interest, I add, my tone steady. Mom gasps, pressing a hand to her chest. You drag your own parents to court. I breathe slowly before answering. I dragged myself through debt for you. This is nothing. Her eyes flash. You've always been ungrateful. I smile faintly. No, I've just stopped being used. Julia slides a document across the table. Sign this, she says. Transfer your interest in the cabin. In exchange, we drop the fraud charges. Their lawyer sighs, his shoulders slumping. He murmurs something to them, probably the word inevitable. Dad's face collapses into defeat. Mom's lips tremble, but not from sorrow. After all we've done, she whispers. After all I've done, I correct softly. Her pen hesitates above the line, then scratches her name. The sound is final, metallic. They push the papers back toward Julia. It's over. We stand. Dad tries one last plea. You're still our daughter. I nod. Yes, but I'm no longer your safety net. Outside the law office, the sky feels brighter somehow. Noah waits by the car, his smile quiet and knowing. He takes my hand, thumb tracing small circles on my skin. How did it go? They signed, I say. It's finished. He exhales, relief visible in his eyes. For a long time, neither of us speaks. The city hums around us, ordinary and alive. I think about the years lost to guilt and silence. The versions of myself that kept saying yes. Now, for the first time, I've said no, and it saved me. When we drive away, I don't look back. The law office shrinks in the rearview mirror. Just another place where I learned to choose peace over permission. Some endings aren't loud. Some just close quietly, like a door finally locked from the inside. 6 months later, the mountains are alive with color again. Morning light spills through the windows of the cabin. I sit on the porch, coffee warm between my hands. Peace has a sound now. Soft wind, distant birds, nothing else. My phone vibrates with a new message. A woman from Texas writes, "Your story gave me courage to say no." I smile, reading her words twice. The blog I started, as therapy has become a lifeline for others. Stories of daughters, sons, partners breaking free from manipulation. We meet online every Thursday, sharing pain, laughter, small victories. Sometimes I talk, sometimes I just listen. Every voice echoes a piece of my own journey. The fear, the guilt, the freedom. Noah appears behind me with 2 mugs of tea. "You've been writing since dawn," he says gently. "People need to hear it," I reply. He nods, sitting beside me, his warmth steady against my side. A breeze carries the scent of pine and rain. The world feels new again. That's when I see it, the envelope on the table. Cream paper, perfect handwriting. My mother. I stare at it for a long moment before opening it. Inside, 3 pages and a check for $50,000. The letter is full of apologies and fragile hope. She writes that they've sold their car, downsized, started over. That they finally understand. Tears blur the words before I can finish. I don't feel anger anymore, just distance. The money goes directly to the foundation for victims of financial abuse. Her letter I keep, folded neatly in my drawer. Not as forgiveness, but as proof of survival. Later that day, Noah and I meet the architect on the deck. We look over plans for a second cabin, small, sunlit, facing west. It's not for my parents. It's for us, for the life we're building. I catch my reflection in the glass door. I look older, stronger, finally whole. Inside, photos line the mantel. No family portraits, no forced smiles. Just friends, laughter, moments of truth. Our chosen family. People who give without taking. Who stay without demanding. The kind of love that doesn't ask for sacrifice. Evening settles across the valley. Hummingbirds flit above the garden, wings catching golden light. I think of the girl I used to be, silent, obedient, afraid to say no. She saved everyone but herself. Now she's gone, replaced by someone free. I whisper to the air, "Thank you for leaving." The wind moves gently through the trees, like an answer. Noah takes my hand. "Ready?" he asks. I nod, closing my laptop. Tomorrow, we start building. A home made of peace, not debt. Of choice, not obligation. The sun sinks behind the peaks, painting the sky in fire and gold. The future stretches wide and open before me. And for the first time in my life, it belongs only to me. The morning sun rises slow over the valley. Light spills across the porch, soft and golden. I breathe in the cold air, sharp and clean. The mountains stand still, watching like old friends. No ghosts left, no echoes of shame or duty. Just silence and the sound of wings above. 2 hummingbirds dance in the air, free and fearless. Their tiny bodies shimmer against the bright sky. I smile, feeling something loosen inside my chest. Freedom doesn't arrive all at once. It comes quietly, one choice at a time. A lock changed. A truth spoken. A door closed for good. I think of everything that broke me and built me. Every payment, every no, every goodbye. Each became a stone in the foundation of who I am. Noah steps beside me, warm and steady. He doesn't speak. He doesn't have to. The past no longer owns me. The house, the guilt, the endless giving, all gone. Ahead lies only open sky. And for the first time, I walk toward it without looking back.